Welcome to the students of first PUC. This is session 6 of chapter 6, work, energy and power. In this session, we will be solving numericals related to this chapter, and let me begin. Here is the first numerical. Find the work done by a man in carrying a mass of 30 kg over his head when he travels a distance of 20 meter along the sub question A, vertical direction, and the sub question B, along the horizontal direction, given G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So this is the question been asked in 2014 supplementary paper. So let us solve this numerical. Here is the data given. The mass of 30 kg is being taken by a distance of 20 meters. In the first case, it is lifted vertically up by 20 meters. So in this case, if I have to lift the mass vertically up by 20 meters, then work has to be done against the gravitational force. Therefore, here work done is equal to minus of the gravitational force into the distance travelled. So it is minus Fg dot S. This is going to be minus the gravitational force into distance into cos 180 degree. Cos 180 is minus and minus, I can make it as plus. So Fg into S. The work done is going to be, the gravitational force is now mass into acceleration due to gravity into S. So mass is 30 kg, acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. Distance travelled is 20 meters. So on simplification, on calculation, I will get this as 5880 joules. The work done in carrying a 30 kg mass by 20 meters vertically up is 5880 joules. What about the work done in carrying the same object horizontally? In the second case, while he is travelling horizontally, he is applying a force which is equal and opposite to the gravitational force to keep the object on his head, while his displacement is perpendicular to the force applied. Therefore, the work done here, which is given by F dot S, is going to be Fs cos 90 degree. Let me continue this. The force required to keep the object on his head and displacement are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, theta is equal to 90 degree. So work done is equal to Fs into cos 90 degree, which is equal to 0. So in the second case, the work done is 0. This finishes the first numerical. Let us proceed to the second one. Here is the second numerical. A man pushes a roller with a force of 50 Newton through a distance of 20 meter. Calculate the work done if the handle of the roller is inclined at an angle 60 degree with the ground. So let us note down the data. This is the data being given. A force of 50 Newton is being applied to pull a roller, and the distance moved is 20 meter. The angle between the force applied and displacement and the direction of displacement is 60 degree. So let us find the work done. So we know that work done is given by F dot S, which is Fs cos theta. Force here is 50 newtons. The displacement is 20 meters and theta is 60. So we are going to write here cos 60 degree. This will give us 50 into 20, cos 60 is half. So we will get this as 500 joules. So the work done in moving the object is 500 joules. Here is the third numerical. A body of mass 5 kg initially at rest is subject to force of 20 Newton. What is the kinetic energy acquired by the body at the end of 10 seconds? So this is the numerical asked in 2014 annual question paper. So let us note down. Here is the data being given. A mass of 5 kg is initially at rest. So if it is initially at rest, which means its initial velocity is 0. A force of 20 newtons is applied on it and it gains some velocity. So the velocity is not been given. The force is applied for 10 seconds. Now we need to find the velocity gained, therefore the change in its kinetic energy. So making use of the kinematic equations for motion along a straight line, let us first find out the final velocity. We know that force is given by mass into acceleration, which means acceleration is force divided by mass. So force is 20 Newton, divide this by mass 5 kg. I'll get acceleration as 4 meter per second square. I have acceleration, initial velocity and time taken, so I can find out the final velocity. We know that the final velocity v is given by u plus at. So initial velocity is 0, acceleration is 4 meter per second square and time is 10 seconds. So the final velocity is going to be 40 meter per second. Now we have the final velocity and also the initial velocity, so we can find the change in its kinetic energy. The kinetic energy gained is given by delta k, which is final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, half mv square minus half mu square. As the initial velocity was 0, so this tends to 0, and this is going to be half into mass is 5 kgs into final velocity is 40 meter per second square, so 40 square. On simplifying this, I will get the answer as 4000 joules. So this is the kinetic energy gained by the object. Let us proceed to the next problem. Here is the next problem. A bullet of mass 0.05 kg moving with velocity 300 meter per second emerges out of a wooden plank with velocity 100 meter per second. Calculate the work done by bullet and also calculate the average resistance offered by the plank to the motion of the bullet if the thickness of the plank is 0.04 meters. So let us note down the data. Here is the data given. A bullet is passing through a wooden plank. Initially it had a velocity of 300 meter per second. After coming out of the wooden plank, its velocity is now 100 meter per second. And while changing its velocity from 300 to 100 meter per second, so it has travelled a distance of 0.04 meter. We have to find out what is the work done by the bullet, also the resistive force offered by the plank. So let us solve this. From work energy theorem, we know that work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. So this is going to be equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, half m v square minus half m u square. We can take the common half m and this is going to be v square minus u square. Half into mass of the bullet. What is the mass of the bullet? 0.05 kg into initial velocity, final velocity, which is 100 square minus 300 square. Let us simplify this. We will get it as half into 0.05 into 100 square minus 300 square. We will get the answer here as minus 8 into 10 to the power of 4. Let us simplify this. On simplifying this, we will get the answer as minus of 2000 joules. We conclude this. The negative sign implies the work is done against the resistive force of the plank. Let us find out the resistive force of the plank. The resistive force offered by the plank is, so we know work is force into displacement, which means force is going to be work done by displacement. So the work done is 2000 joule divided by displacement, which is 0.04 meters. Let us simplify this. We take this as minus. On simplifying this, I will get the answer as minus 50,000 newtons. So this gives the resistive force of the wooden plank. Let us proceed to the next problem. A bullet of mass 0.012 kg and horizontal speed 70 meter per second strikes a block of wood of mass 0.4 kg and instantly comes to rest with respect to the block. The block is suspended from the ceiling by means of thin wires. Calculate the height to which the block rises. Also estimate the amount of heat produced in the block. So let us note down this. This is the question being asked in 2016 annual paper. Let us solve it. Here is the numerical given. This numerical is related to inelastic collision. A bullet of mass 0.012 kg is being fired and it hits a wooden block of mass 0.4 kg. They have said that the bullet comes to rest immediately, which means what is happening here is a bullet is striking a wooden block which has been suspended and it comes to rest within the wooden block, and the wooden block raises by a height h. Let me take the height here as h. We are supposed to find the height to which the block raises, also the amount of heat produced. This is related to inelastic collision, so we will make use of the equations that we have derived in case of inelastic collision. So, in case of an inelastic collision, the final velocity of the bullet and the block system is going to be given by, so we know that for an inelastic collision, the final velocity of the system is given by, let us take this as Vf, it is m1 divided by m1 plus m2 into V1I. Here let me take the initial speed of the bullet here as V1I. So, on simplification we will get this as m1 is 0.012, divide this by m1 plus m2, I will get this as 0.412 into the initial velocity which is 70. Let us simplify this. On simplification I will get the answer as 2.039 meter per second. So, the final velocity of the bullet and the block system is 2.039 meter per second. Let us find the kinetic energy associated with this, and making use of law of conservation of energy, I can calculate the height to which the block raises. I will be continuing the same. The kinetic energy of the system after collision is given by, take this as kinetic energy K, which is equal to half m1 plus m2 into the final velocity square. So, this is going to be half into m1 plus m2 is going to be 0.412 and Vf is 2.039 whole square. On simplifying this, I will get the answer as, I am getting the answer as 0.856 joules. So, when the block has hit the block, initially it was travelling with a kinetic energy of 0.856 joules. The same kinetic energy is now converted into potential energy. So, equate the potential energy to the initial kinetic energy, we can find the height that the block has been raised. Using the law of conservation of mechanical energy, the height to which the block raises is given by m1 plus m2 into g into h is equal to the kinetic energy K. So, the height h is going to be equal to kinetic energy divided by m1 plus m2 into g. Let us solve this. Kinetic energy is 0.856 divided by the total mass, which is 0.412 into acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.8. On solving this, we will get the answer as 0.212 meter, which is 21.2 centimeter. So, the object raises to a height of 21.2 centimeter. Finally, we are left with finding the heat produced. By considering the loss in kinetic energy for an inelastic collision, we can calculate the heat produced. The heat produced here, which is represented by heat energy E subscript h, is equal to the loss in kinetic energy for an inelastic collision. We have derived the expression for loss in kinetic energy, and it is m1 into m2 divided by 2 into m1 plus m2 into V1I square. So, let us substitute values. M1 is 0.012 kg, m2 0.4 kg divided by 2 into m1 plus m2 is 0.412 into the initial velocity of the bullet is 70 meter per second. So, square that 70 meters per second square. On solving this, we will get the answer as, the answer is 28.54 joules. So, the heat energy produced is 28.54 joules. So, we will proceed to the next one. Here is the next numerical. A pump on the ground floor of a building can pump up water to fill a tank of volume 30 meter cube in 15 minutes. If the tank is 40 meter above the ground and the efficiency of the pump is 40%, how much electric power is consumed by the pump? So let us solve this numerical. This is the data given. There is a tank of volume 30 meter cube. It is at a height of 40 meters from the surface, from the ground surface. A pump can fill the tank in 15 minutes, convert it into seconds. 15 into 60 seconds will give us 900 seconds. The efficiency of the pump is 40%. So what does this mean? We are supposed to find the power consumed by the pump. So what does the efficiency of the pump is 40% mean? Which means if the power consumed by the pump is equal to P, then the power used in lifting the water is given by P dash, which is only 40% of the original power given. If P is the power given to the pump, of the total power only 40% is being the useful work done. The remaining 60% of the power is lost as heat in the pump. So we will first calculate what is the power which is being made use of to lift the water to the tank, to fill the tank of 30 meter cube. So let us calculate. Work done in lifting the water to a height h is given by, so the work done will be mg into h, mass of the water which has been taken up into acceleration due to gravity into height h. The mass of the water is given by volume into density of water into acceleration due to gravity into height h. The volume of the water is been given, which is 30 meter cube. Density of the water, everyone should be knowing about the density of the water. It is 1000 kg per meter cube. So 30 into 1000 into acceleration due to gravity is 9.8. The height is 40 meters. On simplification, I will get the answer as 11760000 joules, which is, if we calculate, 1,17,60,000 joules. So we can write down this in terms of powers. It is 1176 into 10 to the power of 4 joules. We have calculated the work done. Now we will calculate the power, which is rate of work done. Work done divided by time. The power utilized to lift the water is P dash, which is work done divided by time taken. The work done is 1176 into 10 to the power of 4 joules divided by the time taken to do this work is 900 seconds. So I will get this as, on simplification, I will get the answer as 1.31 into 10 to the power of 4 joule per second. Your joule divided by second is nothing but watt. So this is the power utilized to lift the water. We will now calculate the total power given to the pump. The total power consumed by the pump is given by, we have already written that P dash is 40% of the total power given. So on rearranging, the total power given is going to be equal to P dash divided by 40%, and I will get this as P dash into 100 divided by 40. On simplification, I will get the answer as, on simplifying this, taking P dash as 1.31 into 10 to the power 4 watt, I will get the answer as 3.275 into 10 to the power of 4 watt. So this is the total power being given to the pump, of which only 1.31 into 10 to the power 4 watt is being utilized. This finishes this session. Thank you.